the point that our brother just made about the danger of getting so absorbed in the conspiratorial rhetoric that the suspicion makes us uh, even more reluctant to access what may very well be uh, a remedy for what is disproportionately affecting us. But with that, inshallah ta'ala, we're gonna be having a discussion, a deeper discussion on this area of challenge next on the 20th, actually on the 20th of this month. And Brother Jamal, you're gonna be back with us. We're gonna have Dr. Omar Malik, Abdul Malik with us, and you're also going to be joining us for that conversation, inshallah ta'ala. But let's get back to this question about what represents the foremost challenges that you confront in your dawah work, Brother Tariq.
Okay, well, one of the things, I wanted to go on what my brother was saying with that ayah, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in Surah Al-Hujurat, he actually goes over, our code. This was in the 9th year after Hijrah. And at that time, a lot of people were coming into the religion. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had to teach us a code of ethics, certain things. And he talked about that. It's a bit suspicion. And then, like you said, with that, say, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu in ja'akum fasiqun binaba'in fatabayyanu an tusibu qauman bi jahalatin fatusbihu ala ma fa'altum nadimun. Like he said, the major thing is he said, when somebody, a fasiq, comes to you with some news, investigate, because you may harm a people in ignorance and then regret what you did. And this is the thing. This is a command. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent this revelation to the companions, he sent it to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And we have to remember, even though the Quran was just sent to the Prophet, it was sent to a group of people, everybody, over that 23-year period. If we look at Ali, radiallahu anhu, and we say he was 10. When it was over, he was 33 years old. So this man was basically raised by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He was raised by the community, but Allah will continue give him codes and ethics. And one of the things is when this code came down for our brotherhood, if you broke the code, it put you outside of the Jama'at. It put you outside the group. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us what? Fatabayyun, investigate. But he says when it's a fasiq, and the thing is it wasn't no non-Muslim that said it. It was a Muslim that had said it. This is what some say, the tafsir concerning the group that had said that the people were going to do something. There was another group. So we have to investigate amongst each other. But when we get something from the news, when we get something from the media, when we get something from this illuminated visions or whatever of us, because it's not, I know this, brother. I see you guys regularly. That's you. This is an image. Anything can be changed. So we have to investigate, and we have to investigate it from the right sources, and we have to be able to go to that. A lot of times people go to Shape, Google, or this Shape. We have so many books that we need to be able to reference. So even when we look at some information, we have to see where it comes from, where are the sources, and how authentic are they. And so, but for me, the challenge is, like with social, like one of the things last year was the first year that I really got involved, and I saw a lot of people argue. I don't have time for arguing. I'm not in it for that. If I'm going to present some evidence to you, you're going to go back and forth, then, okay, that's cool. We're not the ones that really need to talk. Because if I see you in the street and I walk up to you and you come at me like that, I'm going to say, yo, salam, and I'm going to keep walking. So my dawah has been used to one-on-one. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had experience, we know, hadith of Jibril. And Jibril alayhi salam came to the Prophet, and he came in the form of a man. And he sat next to the Prophet. He put his leg next to his leg, his knee next to his knee, and put his hand on it. And this is the dawah. This is the real way. This is the way that we can transfer. Because you see me. I know this brother. I know you. But I know Brother Salih Khan from experience, from seeing it. And that's the dawah, how we can to be able to affect the people. So we need more da'is. We need more people coming, teaching the basic, learning the basic. And we need to stay away from arguing. The thing is we have to find the commonalities. Do you believe in Allah? I believe in Allah. Do you believe in his angels? I believe in his angels. Do you believe in his books? I believe in his books. Do you believe in his messengers? I believe in his messengers. Do you believe in the qadar, the khayr, the good and the bad of it? Okay, do you believe in last day? Let's discuss that. But the issues that we argue about, that we don't agree about, why are we wasting time on that when we can build on what we agree about? That's the challenge. Being with people that want to argue about things we disagree upon. And like I said, in person is easy. Salam. Y'all, I'm out.
Brother Tariq, but for a number of years now, you've spent time in prisons doing dawah. What are the challenges and the opportunities you see in that environment?
Well, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, I enjoyed doing it. Unfortunately, my father was in prison until he died. My grandfather was in prison until he died. And family, another good friend, been in prison for 37 years. So that's why I do the dawah. I've never been to prison. I went to Boston University, biomedical engineering. So, did other things. But I grew up in the Bronx. I grew up in that lifestyle, being around the people and all of that and stuff, and not involved in it. But, in order to survive in the Bronx or whatever, in that situation, you got to know how to deal. So I try to go to the people and I deal with them. But what was happening is it was an attack that we were getting, certain groups. Somebody come in, if first question they ask you, what mass did you go to? What mass did you go to? And I would say, Masjid al-Arab. Like, Masjid al-Arab, where's that? I said, the Prophet ﷺ was given 4 things, 5 things, 6 things in the hadith. And one of them that he made the whole earth is masjid. So that's the masjid I go to. Unless you're saying you went to masjid, you're from Nabawiyah, Masjid al-Haram, or al-Aqsa, you got something that you did. But otherwise, no, the whole earth is the masjid. But this attack of our people, because there was a lot of brothers that have been doing dawah for years in the prison system. And then there started becoming groups that as soon as somebody come in, they attack them. Then after a while, people start coming back. But then they have no one. What do they do? But the thing is it's a beautiful situation for people to really be able to learn Islam if they realize that, like the Prophet said, he said, the life of this world is a prison to the believer, but a Jannah to the disbeliever. So, for those that's in prison, if you realize that you're in a small prison, you have these restrictions, you take advantage of it and you focus on your religion. And then when you come out and you act that same way, you can succeed in this life because you're staying away from the restrictions. So, but that was it, just the attack. So, alhamdulillah, I loved it because, it got me stronger. Okay, you come with your evidence, I'm gonna go research. And I'm gonna come back. If you come back, if it's the truth is against me, I'm gonna bring it. You know what? You was right, brother. That's the truth. Here it is. Alhamdulillah, I was wrong. I said, okay. Then the next time, it is, huh? Because I don't want to be right to be right. I want to be right with Allah. But the thing is so the brotherhood is good if we can use that, to help people. But unfortunately, many of them come out and they oppress our community and stuff. So that's all I saw. That's the challenges, challenges.
Brother Jamal, on your end, by the grace of Allah Ta'ala, you have become a valuable fact-based authority on pushing back on I guess you could describe it as the Afrocentric attacks on